guys, it's me, Halloween Dan, doing a little video today which is a mashup of a lot of different things in a way. I want to talk about two different stores that I visited recently and got some little things from, and then I also want to talk about my home decor, which I know is random, but it's September now, guys. You know what that means.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
That's right, it's spooky season. It is here. I have this sort of ongoing debate with my wife every year when spooky season really starts. I actually say it's like July. She always says it's not like till the week before October. How dare you? So we compromise and it's September. September is the date when I am officially allowed to at least I open the Halloween door into our house just enough that a few little critters crawl out. I have partially decorated just a tiny little, very subtle, I wouldn't say classy, but subtle way. And I'll show you some of my decorations that I want to show you some of my things. Some are old, some are new, just a whole bunch of new stuff. So let's do this. So it's the perfect sort of day for me. It's rainy, it's cold, it's quite miserable. It's been a bit thundery as well today. So I'm hunkered down, I'm not going anywhere. I'm enjoying a cup of tea in a spooky mug. And on a day like today, you want to treat yourself, right? You want to, indulge yourself a little bit. Which brings me on to the first thing that I want to talk about. If you're from the UK, you won't need introducing to this store. If you're from anywhere else, maybe, because the store I want to talk about is Marks and Spencer's, sometimes just known as M&S. Now, I always think of M&S as like a bit of a bipolar store. It's got two very different sides to it. One side is about clothing and that kind of stuff, and without being cruel, without sort of targeting a particular category of people, it has a very particular age requirement group of people.
Shut your trap.
That's all I'm going to say, because let's just say it's an age group that I feel myself getting closer and closer to with every breath that I take. So I'm not going to make fun of it, because one day I will be shopping there too. M&S also has this other side to it that is all to do with food. M&S food, which is random, I know, but it's true. And its food products are the best. Like, if you're from the UK and you say to someone, come round, we've got M&S food, everyone's like, ooh, fancy.
So fancy.
Because it's fancy. It's good food, it's tasty food, it's ethical and well thought out food, it comes from the best places and it's made in the best way. It's just good, okay? What's that got to do with Halloween? Well, at this time of year, they always bring out a selection of Halloweeny treats. They're very, very good. I always like to try and get some of them. To be honest, I eat them myself because they're too good to give to strangers. We were in an M&S the other day and I just stormed straight over to the food section and looked for something Halloweeny. They did have a small selection. I didn't film it because it wasn't really worth it. They had a lot of cakes and a lot of gingerbread houses that were Halloweeny themed and a lot of other things and some sweets and things like that. But there's one item above all others that every single year people are in search of. And weirdly, it's a biscuit tin. Now, the M&S biscuit tins have a reputation. Don't ask me why, but they do these really beautiful biscuit tins every single year that are of a Halloweeny theme. And for many in the haunter community, they've become almost like collection pieces, collection items. Like, people collect them. They like to have the set. I've only got one, and it's this one from last year. Some of you might remember seeing this. It's really, really good. It's just a biscuit tin. The biscuits have long gone. What makes this special, apart from it just being a nice thing, is it's obviously designed to look like a haunted house with a few haunted spectres all around the place. And there's a flicker flame candle inside, which is not what you'd usually find in a biscuit tin, right? And then this is now a home decor piece, which is exactly how I use it. It sits on the windowsill that my wife allows me to Halloweenify every year. And this is now a home decor piece. So this year I was looking for whatever it is that M&S have brought out as their new biscuit tin. And they have brought out a new tin, but it isn't for biscuits. It's for chocolates. Now, some of you will look at this and go, well, that's not quite as exciting, Dan. No offense. A haunted house and a weird kind of train, not as good. And I kind of agree. Yeah, this year, this is what we've got. Tell me if there's a different version. I haven't seen a different version. It's a tin that looks like a train, a spooky train. It 360, you've got designs all the way around this, and it's got ghosts and witches and pumpkins, and there's a Dracula guy coming out of a coffin there. On the other side, we've got a mummy and more pumpkins and skulls and owls and bats and all kinds of stuff going on. Ghosts, of course. But what this tin also does is glow in the dark. So this year, instead of having like a little flicker flame effect, what they've done is all these sorts of wispy bits, the ghost, the witch, these white bits of smoke on the top, they all glow, which is really, really cool. You can't obviously tell because it's daytime right now, but I have to say it is quite a cool effect and it's a nice little thing. And nicely this year, instead of biscuits, I mean, I love biscuits, but chocolates are better, right? You've got inside, I have eaten a couple. You've got a nice little collection of spooky chocolates. We've got like one that's a skeleton. We've got a pumpkin, another pumpkin. You know, just the usual, a ghost. That's kind of cool. And they're very nice. They are just like hollow chocolates, but these are kind of the best chocolates around. I've got to eat one. Yeah, that's good chocolate. Yeah, they're really good. I would say maybe this isn't as easy to display as this. This looks more like something that you go, ooh, that's a nice home decor piece. This just does look like a tin to keep biscuits in. But I like it. I also got a bag of their Fruity Gruesome Sweets. I think this was about £4.50. These will not be going to trick-or-treaters. These will be for, well, they'll be for me. Let's just face it. Once again, everything from Marks and Spencer's is the highest quality. So you know, these are not just sweets. These are M&S sweets. That's their tagline. These are jelly brains, bones, hearts, and skulls. You've got a little bone with that weird white at the back of it. Yeah. A heart, which is more of a love heart than it is, you know, a Halloween heart, but same flavour. And a brain. That's pretty cool. Ooh, that's like melon or something. That's enough of me eating things. Sweet stuck in my teeth now. Then the other day, we made a little trip out to B&M. B&M is yet another store, a cheaper end store that does just a few Halloween-y items. The last couple of years have been rather disappointing for me. Every time I've gone to our local B&Ms, there's several around here, none of them have really had anything particularly to shout home about, and it's stuff that I've seen year after year after year. This year was actually quite impressive. They had quite an array of new things. I did film this, but I must have deleted the video, which is really, really stupid and annoying, but that must be what's happened. But what you would have seen is an array of all kinds of home decor items. There's lots of nice things. There's lots of spooky items. There's lots of Halloween-y things. There's a lot of autumnal stuff, which my wife likes. She's more into the autumn side. I'm clearly more into the Halloween side. And we just got a few new things. The first thing I got for £5 was this new little strobe light. I needed one of these. It's a battery operated strobe light. They're actually ridiculously bright and they really do work. They're light and sound operated, so you can have them on a sensor, so they'll just come on when someone goes near, so it doesn't use the battery too much. They're actually quite good. I thought this would go quite well with my castle. For £4, we got this door curtain, which is, again, we always buy these every single year. These are really more for the party. We always throw for the kids. But that's quite a good one. It's a full-size one. Some of them only go about halfway down the door. They're very annoying, I'm not going to lie. And as people come in and out, they kind of rip them a bit. But they actually do help in sort of differentiating which room is the party room and then also which room is not to be entered. Then I got this guy. I can't actually remember how much he was. I think he's £4. He's kind of going to lead into the home decor type of conversation I'm going to have in a minute and show you some of my decorations that I've put out. I thought he would go really, really well with my other things, and he lights up. Now, I would have personally preferred him to just have like a flicker effect inside, like a flicker flame effect, instead of Disco Reaper. But you know, Disco Reaper, why not? And he's kind of cool. I think he looks quite good. He definitely goes with my ornaments, which you'll see in a minute is both a mixture of very, very nice and also questionably tacky. And the last thing I got from B&M is this beautiful lady. Your YouTube channel sucks. So this is the Halloween Scary Bride. I think you'll agree she definitely looks like a scary bride. I mean, she's one of the cheaper end props. She was £18, so maybe medium. I don't know, I quite like her. I don't own another prop that's anything quite like her, but she's definitely obviously a ghost, so she'll go quite well in my graveyard. I don't know who she's supposed to be per se, but she does have a bit of action. She has a couple of lines. So let's press the demo switch and see what she does. So sad. Or is she? Not creepy at all. So normal. Not sure about the eye flashing thing, but...
Don't you want to play? Come closer. I've got a secret.
She's okay. She's pretty good, actually. I don't know. There wasn't a huge amount of different animatronics they had this year. Sometimes they have tons and tons and tons. The one I went to had like 2 or 3 different ones and then some costumes. So she was the one that stood out above all else, and she was the one that creeped out all the kids the most, so that's why I bought her. So I'll find a nice spot for her. She's got quite a long gown. Once again, it's one of these hanging props where they don't even have a torso or any legs underneath. It's just fabric. But the fabric's not bad quality. It looks like it will last quite well. Creepy doll woman bride thing. So now I just wanted to really briefly show you my home decor items. Some of them, in fact, most of them you will have already seen before if you've been with this channel for any length of time. I just kind of wanted to show them off. I really, really like some of these things. There is 1 or 2 new things too, and I wanted to show you how I'm spookifying the house. It's literally been raining and cloudy all day, and now the sun's just come out for this bit because obviously I'm trying to show things lit up, so God hates me, obviously. Here we've got some of my home decor items on this windowsill. This is the windowsill my wife lets me venture into before anywhere else. There will be a lot more decorations as the season goes on, but at the minute, this is all she allows me to have. Well, and over there, and a few places in the kitchen. But you know what I mean, I'm kind of limited here, guys. So the windowsill is dominated by my Lego haunted house, which I think looks really good there. You can see I used some of the tinsel that I received from the Halloween Store UK the other day, which looks really good here. And then we've got my ghost snow globe, which is really cool. I got this last year from HomeSense, and I think it's great. Not only is it a great snow globe with a lovely little haunted house featurette around it, but it also plays a spooky tune. So that's quite cool, that's quite nice. And it's not plastic, it's real glass things. I've got a couple of these little cheap light up ghosts, but okay. Then amongst them, I've got my Ghost Merchants of York ghosts. I've got like 6 or 7 different ones now that are very, very cool. There's the Biscuit Tin I was just telling you about, and the little Reaper that I've just recently bought. Next to it, I've got these 2 candlesticks. I bought these from B&M the other day as well. These crow's feet or bird feet candelabra sticks were £3.50 each, so I got 2. And I got some of these bloody taper candlesticks, which I haven't lit yet, but you can imagine what happens when you light them. They drip bloody wax, so they'll be really cool. They'll add a nice little bloody effect. Here's my Leah Max skeleton couple. She's still so demure.
Very demure, very mindful.
Then we've got my brand new crystal ball that came from the Halloween Store UK as well. Then we've got one of my favorite things, which is this haunted house. We got this from HomeSense a couple of years ago. I walked through the mean streets of Manchester holding this, trying to protect it from the elements. I managed to do so. It lights up inside. It's a great haunted scene with some ghosts and things, and it's really quite solid and actually quite heavy. It's got some pumpkins in the front as well. I love that haunted house. I think it looks so good. And then I've got this bloody candle that I got from the Halloween house at Maryhill when we happened to stop by one day. And this amazing swirling like that. It's a swirling crystal ball with 3 witches around it. I think I prefer this one because I like the bats inside. But this one's pretty cool too. You've got the swirling green effect. And when it's dark, it glows so much. Adds this eerie kind of glow to the witches' faces that I really like. So that's really fun. And this is basically as much as I'm allowed to do at this point. We have got as well a whole array of cushions. These are just some of them. These are our favourite that I managed to get down from the loft the other day. Already seen Gary the Ghost this season, but most of these came from HomeSense apart from this one that came from a private seller on Etsy. But you've got this cool one with the doggos on it. We've got this one with the almost Addams Family-esque haunted house on it. 2 ghost cushions, now joined by a 3rd in the form of Gary. We've got a little bit more Halloween tinsel going on over there and some more ghosts and skulls. We've got a few extra bits in the kitchen too, some fall decor stuff, a bit more tinsel. I love my little, always have done, I've had these for years. These are Yankee Candle candle holders. I've got a Frankenstein one. I've got this skeleton one. And on our dining room table, we've just added a small tray of furry pumpkins. This and the lights also came from the Halloween Store UK, so thank you again, Lewis. And then these 2 cute little guys. These were not cheap. They came from a farm shop that was actually quite expensive. Believe it or not, this little pumpkin was $9.99.
What?
That's how insane I am about Halloween. But I love it anyway, and I love this little ghost guy. I think he was $6.99. I think they're really cute, and they go really well just if you're just trying to add a tiny little bit of fall decor without going over the top. And that is all for now. I am hoping to be able to make another video in the next few days because I have ordered something from the Halloween Store UK, which it's not the most impressive animatronic in all the world. Oops, I let it slip. But it is an animatronic, and I'm still very excited to have it because I think it'll go really well with what I've got planned. It's just a pretty simplistic thing, but a very cool thing, and I hope you enjoy it when it finally gets here and I'll make a video about it. Woo! But for now, I hope you've enjoyed this slightly more relaxed chat about Halloween decor and just enjoying the true beginning of spooky season. And now I'm gonna sit with my cup of tea in my spooky mug and just enjoy the rest of this blustery autumn day. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Keep it spooky. Bye.